Alright, so I figured out what I'm going to talk about, and I just want to leave this part about the petrol gauge. It's really kind of funny. I've only done 162 kilometers on the bike, and the gauge is telling me my tank is empty, almost empty, which is not true. So here's another example of what the gauge problem is. Yeah, the petrol level, I should say. Hey man. Yeah, and see, for some reason I tried to fill up, but they don't have 98, so I've got to go to another petrol station, unfortunately. And see, now the bike is telling me I have 2 bars left for my petrol. I know, it's fucked, dude. Here, so instead of you guys think I'm talking shit, there you go, I proved it. Nice bike, man. And the bike is telling me now I have 1 bar. I am fucking confused. Yamaha, you need to fix this shit, please. Jesus. It's been happening for quite some time now. I'm not surprised, but like, it's quite paranoid if you're going out for a long ride and you know you're about to run out of petrol, but you don't know if it's true or not. It's really annoying. Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back for another video. I am still here. I haven't left. I'm still here. I know I haven't been posting for a long time, but that's because the weather has been freaking crazy. Like, I mean, like really crazy. It literally rains every 20 minutes. That's unbelievable. Anyway, today I am going to talk about a few things that is, I think, is really bad about the MT07. Like, really bad. I've owned this bike. If you have missed my last video, I talked about a couple of good things, really good things about this bike. And of course, nothing is perfect in this world. There's got to be some cons as well. And with this MT07, I have owned it for a year and almost 2 years now, actually. I think maybe 3 more months. I would have been riding on this bike for 2 years straight. And I'm just going to give my personal opinions on it, about the cons, about the bad things about this bike. Starting with number 1. Alright, how fast am I going? Alright, 76. At least I'm not speeding, right? 75. Here it is. I don't know if you noticed it, as the position of the dashboard. It's really annoying if you are having to check how fast you're going or any types of information that you want on the dash. You literally have to look down. Unlike most other bikes, they'll probably be placed somewhere here, so your eyes just move down and you can get the information. But with this bike, if you have your eyes moved down like now, I don't know if GoPro is recording this because I'm recording this at a super wide view. I don't know if you can pick it up, and my GoPro level, it's tilting a bit more down as well. But with my eyes at the moment, I'm looking at the road, I'm looking at the plate in front of me, and even if when my eyes look down, I cannot see the dashboard. Like, I just can't see it. It's really annoying. Like sometimes, like just now, if I want to know if my indicator is still on, I literally have to like tilt my head down. Personally, I think it is, I wouldn't say it's really dangerous, but the risk is there. That it's and I have been looking at some MT09s as well, because before I wanted to upgrade to MT09, but then I was just like, I'm not so sure now. I'm not saying MT09 is a bad bike or anything, but it probably not suit my riding style. But anyway, going back to the topic, MT09 dash is somewhere around here, I think. Like it's a bit more towards the right side, so it's a bit more, it's higher, definitely higher, and it's so it's easier to get to read at your dash, to look at your dash. Oh shit, oh fuck, oh no, actually I'm okay. Lucky there's another petrol station here. I hope they do at least 95, please. I don't want to put 91 on my bike, because this bike is tuned with 98 petrol. Oh shit, let's go. So it is really annoying. It's one of the most common issues with MT07 owners or bikes. A lot of people have talked about it, and it's one of the biggest con, like one of the biggest con. Please tell me they do 98 here. If not, oh, ultimate, nice. At least that is a good sign. Alright, sorry guys, and now back to the topic. I had to fill up gas. I had no, the dash told me I was running really empty on my gas situation, so I went to fill up. Yeah, see, I keep doing this. I don't know if you realize in my videos, I always look down and look back up and see what gear I'm in. I might stall my bike if I'm at a stop. Sometimes I do that. I think, well, I thought I was at neutral, but I'm not. Problem number one, dash position. The dash itself is great though. Like, it has all the information that you need. You have the time, you have fuel gauge, which is funny. Your trip, you have trip 1, trip 2, your overall kilometers, etc, etc, and your rev range, the RPM range, what gear you're in, eco, doesn't really fucking matter, and how fast you're going. So overall it is a great dash, but I hope they will improve this in their next generation MT07. I know the facelift version, they haven't fixed it. They trucked the bigger headlights, front headlights on, and they fixed the suspension issues, the rear suspension issue, which they made it a bit more firmer. At the moment, my MT07 rear suspension, it feels like a trampoline, but let's leave it until later. The next thing that I want to talk about is also petrol or gas related. It is, I have been here before and I like it, but I don't know if I should stop. No, I'm not stopping. It's the petrol, like the petrol capacity situation. This bike, I think the maximum petrol capacity, it's at 14 liters. 14, 1-4. That is really small, like really small for any motorcycle. I think most 300cc bikes out there will have a bigger tank, if not the same, to 14 liters. That's freaking crazy. Like really crazy. I don't know where I'm going, but let me just, oh, Western Spring. Okay, let's go to Western Spring. It's really crazy. Like, I haven't got there yet, but I think I was really close of running out of petrol when I was at 200 kilometers. The empty bar was blinking. I think I was really close, and the spare kilometers at the end, I think it's 15 to 20 kilometers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't want to risk it and go there. I think the most that I have done is with with the E blinking, and it was I was in the last 15 kilometers, so I think I was really close. But it's such a tiny tank for a 700cc bike. It's really nuts. It's really annoying. I'll first talk about the level 1 annoyingness. Let's say if you are having a long ass trip for city riding style, not too bad. I wouldn't complain much about it, because you do get petrol stations here and there, but that means you have to fill up more often, which is not a big problem for me or most people. I wouldn't put it as like one of the biggest complaints, but just imagine if you're having a long ass trip, like a long trip, from point A to point B. You have like really minimal petrol station options, and 200 kilometers, it's really low. Sometimes my gauge tells me, like just now, I think I've shown you, I was like, the gauge was telling me my petrol level was almost empty at 160 kilometers. So I am quite paranoid sometimes, because obviously I don't want to run out of gas. I don't want to be running out of gas and then call, I don't know, the roadside services, or having my friend come and help me out. It's just not good enough, personally. If I'm spending $12,000 on a bike, like seriously, I just think it's not good enough. And I believe high output MT07 is $11,999, so that makes it 12 grand plus on road. So yeah, I think Yamaha, if you're watching my video, please fix these issues for the next MT07. And the next one that I'm going to talk about is the fuel gauge meter range. I just talked about it, but I will just confirm this again. So this is problem number 3. It's oh, let it go. As far as I know, 95% of MT07 owners have complained or are complaining about this. The petrol gauge information is just not correct. Sometimes I'll have only done like 60-70 kilometers, and the fuel gauge will tell me that I have done half of the capacity of the tank. I am just like, I'm confused. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? It's quite problematic sometimes. Plus having this really small petrol tank, it's not good. And sometimes I don't know whether I should trust the gauge and go put some petrol, or I don't trust it, I'll risk it and ride for a bit more. For normal city use, I wouldn't risk it, just in case, because there are lots of petrol stations around Auckland anyway. So yeah, I don't. If my fuel gauge tell me just now I was empty at 160, I rode past a gas station, I just go in, put some gas in. It takes no time, 3 minutes maybe, including paying. So yeah, it's a problem. Sawadee, Sawadee Cup, Sawadee, Khopkun Cup. I wonder if we have any Thai followers here. Hopefully not, because you will laugh at my Thai just now. Alright, since we're halfway through the video, I want to talk about today's sponsors. Yes, I do have a sponsor. You heard that? I have a sponsor, guys. I have a sponsor. This is a very freaking tiny channel and I have a sponsor. What? And please welcome to today's sponsor. Today's sponsors is nobody. Nobody's sponsoring this video. I got all of you there. If you're watching this video right now, I know you're thinking, what the fuck? You're a fucking mad Jono. But I got you. You literally thought I did have a sponsor, didn't you? Haha. Alright, with all that freaking craziness aside, let's talk about the next one. Problem number 4 is the rear suspension. Yes, you guessed it, you got it. If you do own the first gen MT07, you understand what I mean. Because I know the facelift version, they fixed it. How much better? I don't know. But a lot of people said it improved a lot. So, and also if you've been following me, watching my previous videos, sometimes I go out for weekend rides, longer rides. I probably have talked about it many times. Rear suspension, it feels like a freaking trampoline. It bounces a lot, it's very jumpy. For normal use, it's fine, like now, for normal city ride. But if you are, if you're going through the mountains, you're giving this bike some gas through the corners, it is a problem because it's really unstable in corners, especially if you're having such a fun period of time, like a really fun ride. You're going fast with your friends through the corners, you feel like you're Valentino Rossi or Marc Marquez. It is a problem because it's really jumpy. It's to a stage where sometimes I think it's dangerous. It's because no such roads will be as flat or as nice to ride than on a track. But most of us, or most of my riding experience is on it's actually on like just normal roads like this. Oh, here's another petrol station. What the freak? How many BPs do you need on one road? Anyways, so let's say if you are going through let's say a high-speed corner, and suddenly in the middle of a corner, the road is a bit uneven. Like most situations, no roads are ever super even and flat, and then you see a small little bump like this one, like in the middle of a corner. Fuck, you are fixing this road? What? Fuck you. Why are you fixing shit? Oh no, it's not. Oh, I can go through. Oh, nice. I spoke too soon. Suddenly there's a small bump in the middle of a corner, which is no big deal. But with the design of this rear suspension, you are going to feel a big ass jump. Like that car right there. I don't know if you saw it. It is really dangerous. Sometimes I feel that, if I was going at just tiny bit faster in the corner situation, I probably would have lost the bike, lost traction. I've gone sideways. It happens many times too, actually. I'm kind of lucky that I'm still alive here talking, making vlogs. I haven't ridden on the facelift version, so I don't know how much they improved it. But I guess you can upgrade to an aftermarket suspension. You can do that, but at this price range of a bike, spending another $2,000–3,000 on an aftermarket suspension I don't know, man. Personally, I wouldn't do it. If I want to upgrade into something else, I will probably go for, I'll sell this bike and use that $2,000 to $3,000 extra cash, just upgrading it into a better bike in general. That's me. That's just my personal preference, opinions. Take it as a grain of salt. But anyway, if you do agree with me, and if you do, to be honest, if you do own an MT07, or if you have ridden one, you would you'd be on a agree side with me, very most likely. I promise you that. Why is it raining, dude? I just want to go under the bridge and freaking chill out, take some photos. But anyway, conclusion, like, let me tell you one thing. No bike, nothing will ever be perfect. So from my last video, there are 6 things that I really like about this MT07, and in this video there are 4 things that I dislike about this MT07. So overall, I think this bike, it's good. Will I purchase it again if I haven't had an MT07? Yes, I would purchase this again, no doubt, because overall I still think it's a lovely bike at this price point. It's a really, really good bike. The pros and cons would 95% apply that to a LAMS approved version as well. So if you do own a LAMS approved version MT07, this will probably be happening to you too. But other than that, guys, I don't want to drag this video for so long. Thank you so much for watching. This is Ride with Jono. Remember, life is always better on 2 wheels. And once the weather gets better, I want to organize like one long ass and big ass ride somewhere in the North Island. I don't know why I came here. It's freaking raining. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, if you like my content, please consider to subscribe and like the video. And that's it for today's video. Look at this view. Isn't it lovely? I enjoy coming here. I do come here quite often, but more often in summer. Yeah, leave some comments if you guys agree or disagree with me down in the comment section. Give some opinions, give some of your thoughts, man. Share them in the community. Everyone would really appreciate it. And this is RidewithJono. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.